Hello, welcome to Barbies and Baby Dolls, where I talk about dolls, big and small, I love them all. My name's Becca, and let's get this video started. So, we have a few things to discuss on this video. Okay, first item of business, for the people that are already subscribed to me, you may have noticed that my name changed. So, when I first set up my channel, like there's that box that says like name, your handle, and like other like characteristics or whatever other things you want to say about yourself. When I read the line that said name, I legitimately thought it was like my name, like my physical given name, like Rebecca Smith is my given name. And so that's why I wrote Becca Smith, and then my handle was Barbies and Baby Dolls. So over the last few months or whatever, my husband had mentioned a bunch of times that he couldn't find me when he searched for me. Like he's of course subscribed to me, but like if he wanted just to look me up and he'd look up Barbies and Baby Dolls, my channel wouldn't come up right away. So something dawned on me the other day as I was looking through things to see if I needed to update anything, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I should put my channel name under the name line and see what happens. And so I was like, Jim, can you search my name now? And yeah, my channel came right up. So if you notice that the Becca Smith is missing, it's because I now know what I'm doing. Kind of, a little bit. And it's so funny because like, I like to think that I'm an intelligent human being. I do have a master's, an MBA. I'm an accountant. Like by day, I do some things that are kind of smart, I believe. But then there is sometimes I just make a super gooberish mistake, and then it's all good. So anyway, so if you've noticed that, and it's funny because Becca from Becca's Happy Place kind of she mentioned it in her video, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm such a silly goose. So I was like, okay, the next time I have a video, I need to just address that. And that's the thing, at the end of the day, I'm not trying to hide my name. My name is Rebecca Smith. Smith is a super generic name. I'm not really worried about you guys knowing my first and last name, because there's like 4 bazillion Smiths in the world. So yeah, so that's not the thing. I want to make sure that when you guys searched my handle or my name, that the right thing would come up. So anywho, so that's the first item of business. Second item of business, the other night I was just Googling around and I got like an advertisement for Zazzle, and like Zazzle is a place that you can make like custom things like shirts, hats, invitation, like everything you can make. And I was like, and they were having like a sale or something, so I was like, that would be really fun. Like I really want to make merch for myself for my channel. So like kind of my tagline I have in my description on YouTube, and then I kind of say it too whenever I start my videos. I say, where I talk about dolls, but on my tagline under my description, it says, let's talk about dolls, big and small, I love them all. So I thought that would be really cute, written on something. So I got myself this hat. It's like a trucker's hat, and it says, let's talk about dolls, big and small, I love them all, and then at my Barbies and Baby Dolls. And it's kind of small. This is kind of like a prototype. So it's kind of small written on the hat. You have to get really close to kind of read it. So I think if I have another hat made, I will definitely make it bigger. And then I also got a t-shirt, because of course you always want to put something on a t-shirt. And also it says the same thing. It says, let's talk about dolls, big and small, I love them all, at Barbies and Baby Dolls. So, and it's just a pink t-shirt with like hot pink writing. And now this is something I'm not selling on my channel. Maybe eventually I'll do merch. I know a lot of people do that. But I thought it was just kind of fun to have my own merch. Because I think I kind of got the idea a little bit ago. I was watching The Dolls Aren't Real. And Gina there, she has some tank tops she had made that said like the dolls aren't real or whatever. I think she has like another shirt that says like coffee and dolls and stuff like that. And I thought that was just super cute. And I thought maybe once in a while I'll throw this stuff on, maybe when I'm out and about in the world, when I go to a doll show, because coming up in December every year they have like a doll and teddy bear show in Gaithersburg, Maryland. So I've been going to that the last few years, so I'll definitely go to that. And who knows, if I go to a flea market or antiquing and stuff like that, it might be fun to wear a shirt with my name on it and my merch. So that is my second item of business. So we're just gonna, maybe I'll keep the hat on for a little bit. Okay. And then, okay, so sorry if I'm going super fast. I'm kind of excited. So yesterday I was watching, a couple days ago, I was watching a video that Anne from Dolls in the Cradle had put out. And she kind of has the same kind of philosophy that I have. Her doll channel is her hobby. And she, she doesn't push people, to subscribe and share, and she does giveaways once in a while, and she doesn't have, and like she even mentioned this in her video, how like she doesn't say, oh, once we get to this certain number, I'll do the giveaway, or she doesn't really make you do like a bunch of crazy things or whatever to enter the giveaway. And so far I've done a bunch of giveaways, so I'm kind of the same, but this kind of like clicked in my head when she mentioned she doesn't keep saying like, oh, once I hit 1,000 or 1,500, then we'll do a giveaway. Because the way she described it was like, why would she have, okay, so she has subscribers already that are already loyal, watching her and stuff like that. Why would she have them help her, I guess not really help her advertise and then try to get in more subscribers? Because then if you're helping her bring in more subscribers, then when she does the giveaway, you have a less likely chance of winning the giveaway. And I never really thought of it that way. And something just kind of like clicked in my head, and I'm like, man, I've had quite a few people have been here since like the beginning. And so I'm at like 563 right now. And my last few videos I had mentioned once we get to 1,000, I want to do a giveaway of a reborn doll from my collection. And I don't know, when she had mentioned that, I was like, you know what? That's kind of true. So like, why not reward the people that have already been here? Because that's the thing, like, if I go on here and be like, okay, you guys have to share, you have to do this, you have to that, you have to wait till we get to 1,000. Yeah, then we're going to have like 500 more people into the mix, and then your chances of winning stuff is lower. And I was just like, you know what? That's I don't know. And like, because that's the thing, at the end of the day, my goal for this year, for 2025, was to start a YouTube channel. And I've done that. And I've done over 200 videos so far. We're like, 8 months in or whatever. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I've liked the conversations I have down in the comments. It's been a really good thing for myself, for my mental health and stuff like that. And so, of course, my goal is to get to 1,000. I think that's really anybody's goal, to get to 1,000, to where you can at least be monetized. Because I would love to be monetized. Because at the end of the day, if I become monetized, that money that I make, which would probably not be very much, which is totally fine, I'd put it back into the channel, like, back into purchasing more items to review, or do more giveaways and stuff like that. Because luckily, me and my husband have great, solid jobs, knock on wood. We live, like, our son is now an adult, so like, we live pretty comfortably. So it's not like I'm not depending on YouTube as like an income. I think that's great if you're able to do that, but I really just want it to be like a hobby. And if I make a couple extra bucks, that's awesome. Because even all my years of crocheting, for a good decade, I did craft fairs, I sold on Etsy, and even at the end of the day with that stuff, I wasn't making any money. I was basically just making enough to buy more supplies to crochet and stuff like that. And that's why, like, even the few giveaways I've done so far, with my crocheted items, people are like, oh, you should sell these and stuff like that. And it's like, it's great. I was like, I've done that. And it was fun for a while. Like that's the thing too, like when I was doing, like the craft fairs, so then I'd be crocheting all year long to get up enough stuff to do these craft fairs. And yeah, it became kind of more of a nuisance and not like a hobby. And at this point in my life, I just want to chill and crochet at my leisure and then just give them away. Like, cause the thing, I've given away, lots of items. Like I've mentioned before how I had miscarriages and stuff like that. And each year I usually donate something to, cause we have a local group in Maryland, it's called Angel Babies. And I donated my wedding gown to them, so they can turn my wedding gown into, burial gowns for babies that have passed or were stillborn or passed in the NICU or whatever. I've donated crocheted items for fundraisers for support groups of that cause and stuff like that. So last year when I decided I didn't want to do craft fairs anymore, I still had a bunch of stuff and I donated to a bunch of schools. I donated to a couple animal shelters for raffle items. I donated to a couple schools. Oh, another organization that does stuff with like grief support groups. And then I have a friend of ours he is like a funeral director, and he said that like he would take stuffed animals and stuff like that. So yeah, so I've definitely, I just want to make stuff and donate them at this point, because it just makes me feel good, and I want to, spread the love a little bit. But anyways, so when Anne mentioned that, I was just like, you know what? I don't want to wait till 1,000 people, because I want to give the opportunity to the people that have been here, maybe from the beginning or even the last few months or whatever, because that's the thing, I've only been on for like 8 months. So pretty much like everyone that's here is kind of like from the beginning. And I don't want to wait till we get to 1,000, because who knows how long that's going to take. And yeah, this baby I have, it's an adorable baby. I love it to pieces, but I'm not doing anything with it, and I would love to pass it along to the next mama or daddy, whoever. Doesn't matter. I guess the only stipulations I do have is you have to be over 18, live in the US or Canada, and be subscribed to my channel, or, be subscribed. If I get some new subscribers through this giveaway, awesome. But I definitely want to give the opportunity to the people that have been here for a little bit, whether it's been a week or a couple months, So I want to let me show off this little baby. Okay, so I'm going to give you its statistics, and then I'll give you a whole, then I'll show you the baby. Okay, so this is an authentic reborn. I was purchased off of reborns.com and painted by Angie from Buckingham Babies by Angie. So she's out of Pennsylvania. I bought this doll. It's been less than a year ago. I bought her, well, I guess she could be a he or she, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna send her, I had her girl in my nursery. I did buy this gender neutral pajama sleeper. It's a Carter's, and it has like a safari theme on it. And then I bought this receiving blanket, which is also like a gender neutral blanket. But I do have some of the items she came with when I purchased her. So those, I'll show you those also. So yes, so this baby, this is the Ginger Sculpt, and it's by Michelle Fagan. So I've got, her listing is still on reborns.com. I just pulled up like when I purchased her. So yeah, so artist is Angie Erickson from Buckingham Babies by Angie. The sculpt artist is Michelle Fagan. It's the Ginger Kit. It was Bountiful Baby. She's 20 inches long and 5.5 pounds. She does not have a COA. She's, vinyl arms and legs. She has 3/4 arms and legs. She's awake, has polyglass eyes, applied lashes. The hair is painted It's heat set paint and fine glass beads, polyfill, and there are steel pellets in her too. It makes her pretty heavy. So she does come with a magnetic pacifier. Angie's house is a smoke-free home, and it's not a pet-free home, but when I've ordered like $4 from her, and her stuff always comes like so clean and pretty. And I have made sure that no dogs have been around her down here because she's down in the basement with me. So, but she does come with, so Angie always sends like this little like generic birth certificate, and it's Buckingham's by Angie, and there's a business card, and then a Buckingham, like then there's like a how to handle your new doll, and then she always has like a sheet that talks about thank you for interested in adopting a baby, and yeah, she just talks about the Genesis heat paints and how to take care of the doll. And then also, like I said, this baby was a Christmas themed baby, so she did come with a magnetic pacifier that's kind of Christmas themed with a passy clip that is Christmas themed. So, and it has, the magnet is like at the bottom, because the way her face is, her mouth is open. Her mouth is open. So the magnet is like down there. And you probably could do a cut pacifier because her mouth is open, and you can put your finger in there pretty good. And she has a little tongue, little painted tongue in there. But yeah, here's her pacifier fitting on her face. Yeah, she's very sweet. And actually, she kind of was an impulse buy, because of course I follow Angie on Facebook, and then of course I follow her on Reborns. So I'll see, like, she'll be like, oh, I'm painting these dolls next or whatever. So then she gives you a preview, and then when she paints, like when the doll is all done, then she'll be like, okay, this baby's going to be listed, and it will bring you to the listing on reborns.com. So it was just one of those things, like I saw her face and I was just like, oh my god, she's so cute. I just loved her little face. And it's funny because a lot of my dolls, I've noticed as I look around, a lot of them have like open mouths, and apparently I like that. So yeah, so her eyes are like a real, like almost like a gray, like a blue gray. And so she's got painted hair, and her hair is kind of, it feels almost textured. So she's got painted hair all the way around, and she's got little rosy cheeks, and her eyebrows look really good. Yeah, her head moves nicely. I never altered her in any way, because that's the thing, Angie's babies, which I've noticed now, when I get a doll that's kind of floppy, I always add stuffing to it. And her babies are stuffed, like they're not overstuffed, but they're solid. Like he can like hold, or he or she can like hold up their head. Like it's not super floppy. I know some people like that, but you know, it's totally like the head does flop back a little bit. So, but yeah, so this little sleeper, it's a new sleeper. It still has its tag on. Let's see, I'll open up. And I didn't put a onesie on the baby. But yeah, so she's got the, you know, doe suede cloth body, 3/4 arms, 3/4 legs. And yeah, she's got really good mottling. Her little toes are tipped. She's a very, very sweet baby. She cuddles real nicely. Yeah, she's 5.5 pounds. It's a real good weight to have, like if you want to like rest her on your chest and stuff like that. Yeah, she's just, when I look at, like recently, I know I had done a video like a week or so ago, after I got my Ellie sculpt, and how I was just like, all of a sudden I was like, I kind of wanted to sell a bunch of my dolls, because like my Ellie sculpt is like the hottest thing in my, like, and like I almost didn't want to play with anybody else because I got that Ellie sculpt. But yeah, this baby is so cute. Oh my gosh, it's very cute. But yeah, I just wanted to, I just kind of like, yeah, this baby just sits there, doesn't get much playtime or cuddle time. So I just figure, you know what, I think it's time for this baby to move on to somebody else. And if I can, you know, I want to share my, you know, share my treasures with a new person, I guess. So yeah, this little baby is very sweet. So yeah, and so the sleeper she has on is 3 months. It is a little big. I did get it on clearance at Target. That's why I grabbed it. But she is like a 0 to 3 month baby, definitely. Now because when I got her from Angie, you could have her either as a boy or a girl, and I picked girl. So these are the things that she came with. She came with this little crocheted bear, this little pink bear, and then this cute little bear hat. This little bear hat. So I figured I should send, I want to send the things she came with to whoever gets her. And then she did have this Old Navy, 0 to 3 month Old Navy zipper sleeper. It's like a Christmas one. It has like letters all over it, and it's a zippered sleeper. So I figured I still had a whole, and also she came with this other little lovey too that says my first Christmas. I think maybe she came with a couple extra. I think she came with 2 loveys just because I had ordered from Angie before. So I don't know, because even like I've gotten other, I think my next doll I got from her, I even got like a bottle. I got like more stuff. So I don't know if she does that for return customers. I don't know. Or maybe she just got a good deal on stuff and she threw in some extra stuff. I have no idea. But I just figured there was a bib that also came. It said like, I love Santa. That I donated because I don't really like to do the bibs on the babies. Like I have a couple of like the handkerchief style ones that are cute, but I don't really do the bibs. So that doesn't, so this baby's going to have a new sleeper on, the sleeper she came with, a little hat, a little bear. I did not crochet, but it is a crochet bear. And then this, my first Christmas sleep, lovey. Now I will mention, if you are the winner of this baby, and if you don't celebrate Christmas, let me know, because then I won't add these things. Or who knows, maybe you want them if you don't celebrate, and then you can donate them somewhere. I don't know. It's totally up to you. But like if you absolutely don't celebrate Christmas and hate Christmas, or like don't celebrate or hate Christmas, let me know, because I won't send these Christmas items with that, because I don't want you to get something and be excited about getting something, and then I'm like throwing Christmas at your face and you don't like Christmas or something. So just let me know. I would at least send the bear and the hat. But yeah, like the sleeper and the Santa thing, just let me know. If you're a winner and you don't want the Christmas stuff, then just let me know. But either way, she will definitely come with these 2 items. And then of course, who knows, you might see boy more in this sculpt and maybe want a boy. So then it's cool that the baby comes with a gender neutral outfit. And then this you can just pass on to another dolly friend, or to, if you have girls in your nursery, whatever. It's totally whatever. Whatever. So yeah, so this little baby, she's a very sweet baby girl. Here, let's put her up. I'm a sweet baby girl. Yeah, she just has a very cute face. And like I said, I remember I saw her on Facebook, and I was like, just something that day, she just struck me, and I was like, oh my God, I want that doll. Like, and this was, like I said, she was an impulse buy, but I'd already had some babies from Angie, so I knew she was going to be good quality, and she was like $260 or something, so she was a very well-priced doll. Like, she was a very affordable doll too, so even though it was an impulse, it wasn't like, because I know some of those dolls, some of them impulse buys can be quite steep. And that's kind of why I like Angie's dolls, because like they're really good. They're good quality. They're always super heavy and stuffed perfectly. They're painted beautifully, and she always has like really decent prices. She does do some partial silicones, which I'm kind of like, I know there's a Kimberly doll I want, and I'm kind of like, there's a little savings account I have that I'm trying to get to a certain point. Once I get to that certain point, then I can save some other money to maybe get this Kimberly doll, because it's like, it's like $800. Or I might get a partial silicone eventually from Angie. I'm not sure, because her partial silicones are around like $600-700, which is like amazing compared to what you see. Some of them are like thousands. So, and that's the thing, I don't want to dive in too deep to the silicone and get like something for thousands of dollars and like it not be my thing. So I know those Kimberly dolls are super adorable because I've seen them on like a ton of channels and stuff like that. So, but yeah, that's kind of like my goal, maybe for like Christmas time. I don't know. But yeah, so I got it. But there's this other savings account. It got a little depleted a little bit because my poor little Gracie, my Maltese, she hasn't been faring very well in this move to Baltimore. Because after my Frank passed, she was definitely bonded to him, that I wasn't fully aware how bonded she was with him. And she still looks for him, because like he used to hide under blankets. She still looks for him. Like if she sees a blanket, she'll go and like paw the blanket to see if he's there. She would, like when she wanted to go out or eat, she would go to him and get him all riled up and barking, so that, because if he started barking, she knew that I would get up right away, because like Frank's bark was like the most annoying bark in the world. So she'd get him all riled up, so then I would get up to go, you see if they wanted to go out or wanted dinner or something like that. So right after he passed, she stopped eating. She just stopped eating because we were at the old house. And then in the move, I didn't really notice it very much, but yeah, she completely stopped eating. She lost, like, she's only like 10 pounds and she lost like 2 pounds. She was getting really skinny. So then we had to change her food. She now gets ground beef with her meal. Like I had bought her she's on special food anyways, because she's allergic to everything. So she's got the special food, and I get her ground beef that I go every couple days to the grocery store to get her fresh ground beef, and I cook it up for her. And since we've moved, we've only been here 3 months, she's had a double ear infection, she had a kidney infection, and then she got bit by like a flea or something, and she got a tapeworm. So the last 3 months, I've had a dip into my little savings account. So I need to build that up a little bit, and then I can save up some other money to maybe get a silicone doll. I don't know. But of course, it's so silly because it doesn't stop me to getting like other random stuff. Like of course I'm gonna have American Girl doll stuff coming in soon. I'm gonna get other Barbies and stuff like that. But when it comes to like a big fat amount of money for like one doll, that I wanna make sure I save up and have a chunk of that. So I don't know. We all have, we all play the game of doll collecting. But anyways, okay. So after I've jibber jabbered for, I don't know, a half an hour or so. So yeah, let's get down to brass tacks. So today is Wednesday. Got it on my paper here. Wednesday, September 3rd. And I'm going to have this giveaway, giveaway open until September 10th. Probably around like noontime. I'll close it noontime Eastern Standard Time. On September 10th, so next Wednesday. So September 3rd to September 10th, this will be open, and all you have to do down in the comments is write enter me. And like I said, it's open to US and Canada. And and then I will pull a winner, a name from a hat next Wednesday, and then we'll get this little baby out the door. So I guess I just fast forwarded things a little bit. I'm not going to wait to 1,000. I want to do the giveaway. I want her to go to somebody that's been watching now since the beginning, I guess, part. And then who knows, maybe, because like I said, there are some more crocheted creatures I want to create that I want to do giveaways with. I have, I have a mini baby that I got, one of those silicone mini babies, my mini baby that is a duplicate. So I want to give that away. I just kind of, I don't know. I just, watching Anne the other day, just kind of like, I don't know, gave me a different thought process and stuff like that. And that's what I've also enjoyed really much in this community, is that I've watched a lot of you ladies, and I watch how you collect, how your opinions might change. Like, I am a very open person and I'm open to learning new things. Yeah, like I want to not always be stuck in like my ways or whatever. I am very open to looking at things differently, learning something new, changing my my opinion on things. I think it's very important to, you know, be that kind of person. So yeah. So yeah, and I was just like, yeah, you know what? I'm kind of like Anne. Like this is just a hobby. Like I said, I want to get to 1,000. I want to get monetized. I would love for, like, I don't know, our generation or Mattel or Zuru or I don't know, a bunch of different brands. Like if they were like, hey, because like, well, I watch, you know, My Froggy stuff. She gets stuff, PR stuff all the time. Like that would be super fun to, you know, review something or whatever. So who knows? I'm really open for the growth of my channel, and yeah, I'm just having a good time, and I have something that I love, and I cherish these dolls, and I just feel like I want to share that love. Like if I can share it, why not? So yeah, so you got a week. Of course, you know, like my video, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. You guys can share if you want to. That was kind of like how Anne said too. She's like she's very appreciates when people share, because of course I do want to grow my numbers, but yeah, I think I'm gonna not really wait to a milestone. Let's just, if I got something that I want to give away, then let's give it away. Because what is this baby doing? She's just gonna sit here. Who knows? You know, it took me, you know, like 8 months to get to the 560. What if it takes me, I don't know, another year to get to 1,000, you know? And she's just sitting here without a proper mama or daddy. So, but anyways, that is all I have for today. And yeah, I hope if you like this kind of content, please like, subscribe, you know, share if you want to. And I'll see you all later. And good luck to whoever is the winner to this little baby. I'll talk to you all later. Bye.